handle this intellect. You cannot handle this intellect. You cannot handle this intellect. Dimensional third, I savage. Second verse, I can
show here on Intellectual Radio. It's your girl CEO Lexi with all things couture, and I'm going to pass this on over to the lovely Char Unlocked. We have a guest in the building.
Yes, I'm always excited about guests. It's Char Unlocked. It's Saturday. It's sunny, and I'm grateful.
Amen.
Amen. And we have a wonderful guest. Face beat, looking all cute.
Thank you.
Monique, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself? Give us a small intro.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Monique Hendrix, and I am owner-operator of Couture, Decor, Interior Design, and Home Staging. I started Couture Decor back in 2013. With that, it's one of those things where I started, and then, you work in corporate America. So sometimes those things get put on hold. And life happens, and then you find yourself right back where God placed you, which is in your God-given talent. So I've been going strong for about a couple of years now, and that is all I am doing is Couture Decor, keeping things couture, as you mentioned. So yeah, mom of 3, 6 grandbabies. Don't judge my life. I'm 6.
6? Well, no.
Don't look it, right?
Well, I'm looking forward to grandkids at some
they're
point. Just
wonderful.
not if they do it now. That'll be nervous breakdown time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being a grandparent. Is amazing.
It is. It really and truly is. You get to send them home.
No, my co-host is all in.
Oh.
Our co-host, Crystal, she's a grandmama. She all in.
Okay.
She's not here right now.
No, she's not here right
Look,
now.
don't look down
Don't
here.
look down.
Oh, I'm like, who's Crystal? Okay, gotcha.
Nope.
Yeah,
But 6 grandkids should keep you busy. Maybe
Yeah.
they can help at the company.
they will. They definitely. I've got my oldest granddaughter who's 14.
Mhm.
She's my one that I go to when I need someone and just kind of pick accessories and put them, place them where I need them to go. So she's a really big help. Her and my great niece. So, yeah.
Those grandkids, 14, those teenagers, they are real good with social media. So she would be like the TikTok social media
Yeah, I
guru.
need to get her to get me together when it comes to the marketing side of things. That's her niche.
Monique, tell us what are the qualifications one would need in order to embark upon a career with interior design?
One, it takes passion. You have to have passion in everything that you do. So that's first and foremost. A lot of times people say, where'd you go to college to get your degree in interior design? It just really, honestly, guys, was just a God-given gift, right? So again, you just have to have passion for it, have an eye for it. You've got to be able to listen to your clients and know what it is they are looking for, And sometimes, you may have that client that says, I want a hardwood bed in my room. I'm not going to ever do that, but I've got some great suggestions for you.
Well,
yeah.
my co-host, Shavana, wants all purple everything. So she would be one of the ones.
We just talked outside. She's like, I love your nail polish colors, like her favorite colors. So
No, she wants everything in the house.
everything purple.
Everything purple.
We can incorporate some purple, but I won't say we'll do it all purple.
Okay, what about like 89%?
89, that's a stretch. Yeah, we can try.
You gotta listen to your client now.
Gotta do what the
You
client
just
wants.
said that too.
I will incorporate as much purple as I
No,
possibly
she's
can.
it's non-negotiable. The
Oh,
purple's
no, okay, then
non-negotiable.
there we are. We have different shades of purple.
Right. I was gonna say
You
she
know
might
what?
negotiate on the shade.
Anything
Yeah.
but lavender. I just don't really care for lavender.
Okay.
It's a shade of purple though,
That-
right?
That's just one shade I just don't care for.
You don't like.
Interesting.
You want deep and
Well,
passionate,
I mean,
right?
any other
Plummy.
purple is fine, but just that lavender, yeah, we just not really good friends. We don't see eye to eye.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Noted.
Right. Well, with Shavana's purple, I want
Mhm.
you to tell us what's the hottest trend
Mhm.
of designs right now.
Very neutral tones. It's the light woods, the birch color woods are really in right now. The greens are in right now. Very deep plums are in right now. So that kind of right up your alley.
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. It's in
Yeah.
that family. Yes.
Plain lines.
So you would take a plum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
okay.
Now we're good.
It's just lavender. We
Gotcha.
had a conversation. We don't agree with each other.
What are some timeless design elements that will never go out of style that you would recommend to like us?
Mid-century modern. It goes, it comes, it comes, it goes. It's a clean, timeless way to design and incorporate into modern styles these days.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, what's one of the most challenging or unique projects you've ever worked on?
Right now, as a matter of fact, I am rehabbing a two flat end. What is that? It's on 65th and Stewart, Inglewood.
Mm.
And this project is very unique and to the heart for me because it is a rebound foundation project where it's for battered women and temporary housing for battered women and children. So that's one, it's one of those buildings that maybe should have, could have been dilapidated, but my crew came in there and they worked it. And I mean, it's beautiful. So I'm really excited about this project's ribbon cutting ceremony coming up sometime in March.
Okay.
I'll keep you guys posted on that.
That's amazing. We
It's
love to
a-
hear things like that.
Congratulations
We
on
had
that.
a guest that does that
We
as well,
did,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
So, what would be your advice in balancing aesthetics and the functionality in a space?
Less is more. I always tell people less is more. Keeping a neutral palette, clean line furniture with pops of color.
That's just too plain, though.
Oh, I love the classy, just clean lines.
Yeah,
I'm a
I'm-
minimalist. I
Yeah.
hate a lot of stuff in a
Yeah.
room.
Okay. Can we just do maybe like a purple wall, 3 of them out of the 4?
Three out of the 4. That's a purple house.
Can we do 2 purple couches?
She wants the neutral accent wall.
So, how about this, Shavonna? Just going with a neutral base throughout the house and then doing pops of plums and purples and mixing them in.
I have to lean that way, so I'm trying to be excited about it. Yay!
Your spouse, are they in agreement with the whole purple?
Not at all, not by any stretch of the imagination.
She said her favorite color was plain last time. So
It is.
remember,
Plain,
yeah.
like
So-
the lady just said, neutral colors, plain, white, like that is boring to me.
and that's where it comes in, listening to your client and making sure you incorporate what it is they're looking for in the space.
So you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I would be okay with maybe a 10 by 15, 10 by 20 room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Purple, like some elephants painted all over the wall. I love elephants.
Mm-hmm.
Some spiritual scenes.
Should have been a Delta,
and I'm in Delta Mu Delta.
but you don't like red.
I'm okay with red.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Are the
with red.
elephants purple?
No, they're
on
red
my wall? I got some.
No, I mean her elephants.
on the wall.
I was envisioning what she was saying.
I'm just saying like purple elephants.
They are going to be.
They're going to be purple
Yeah,
on the wall.
Right.
Okay.
So
So a
I'm
different shade of purple. See, the wall's
Yes.
darker.
And then I
the
just want carpet
elephant.
plus purple carpet
purple,
all
just
over
purple.
and pillows and then that'll be my room, right?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and nobody has to see it unless I show it to them.
Sure.
And then
Sure.
the pop out of all that, because I really love pugs, I want to spray paint my pug purple. So that'll be cool.
My question
I've seen
is,
that.
I don't think they're going to let you spray paint the dog.
They have
They have-
hair dye
Mhm.
for pups. Yeah, because I actually know someone. Their pup is red, and we call her Cinnamon.
I've seen that before.
I've seen that
Yeah.
too. I've seen
So
that
you're
too,
going to
yeah.
constantly, like, the dog's going to
It's
run
like
like
pet friendly.
every few weeks, the dog's going to get dyed or
Yeah,
rinsed
you got to
off.
upkeep it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta pay
okay.
for the upkeep. Yeah, I pay for my upkeep.
Well, I was gonna say she upkeeps her hair. So her and the dog will make an appointment the same day, come back, and they.
One of the
colorful.
reasons why I do not have pets because self-care takes up so much time. You need a whole day for that. Facials, massages, waxes, hair, lashes, nails. That's a lot of upkeep. And then you're gonna incorporate a dog.
Well,
He got to
see,
get dyed too.
I don't. Well, it can be incorporated because I don't do that much. I don't do the lashes. I don't like massages. So like, I'm done with that. The wax, I'm in and out. They know me. The eyebrows, they know me. Like I'm.
I
in
mean,
and out.
yeah, that's how I am, but it still takes time.
It does. Like so for me, if I wanted to do a self-care day, I would literally have to start about 8 in the morning, and I'll be done by maybe 8 in the evening.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Then you're gonna
Yeah.
incorporate a dog and dye into him and groom him. No.
That'll be an extra day. So that'll be 2 days that I can have
Oh,
for me
yeah.
and my pup.
All right. 2
There it
days out of
is.
5. That's a
I just
lot.
ship mine to the groomers and pick them up when they call me.
So, Monique, how has interior design, the industry, changed over the years?
Of course, with interior design, the change is just furnishing. That's really the only thing that has changed. The different styles of furniture has changed. That what people expect are still the same.
Yeah,
That's
now
really
it's
changed.
less, I think, because it
Yeah.
used to be big, oversized everything.
Oversized this, oversized that. So it's definitely minimal.
Yeah.
I just bought an oversized couch and it takes up my whole entire front room, and I've never been happier.
And I bet it's so comfortable.
It is the most comfortable.
I'm
And it's
sure.
deep seated,
So-
isn't it?
Deep seated.
I hope
Yeah.
my sister's
So-
not listening.
Yeah.
But I did not want her to get this particular couch because, of course, I'm a minimalist, and she knows I go all in for design. But she got this couch, and I was over there for the Super Bowl. Lord have mercy, the couch is the most. I went to sleep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I will never tell her. I'll never admit it. But that's
You just did.
They have
Online.
large, deep set sofas that are still very clean line.
I'm gonna need
Yeah.
about 2 of those.
but I will admit that she did not. She put it in an oversized space, so it didn't swallow up the space. So we got to be careful when we do that.
Absolutely. Size is everything. Size
Yes.
matters when it comes to furnishing.
Are there any colors or styles that you are excited that's making a big comeback?
The green, the deep forest green, the emerald green.
That
the-
is a beautiful color.
the deep
Love it.
greens.
Yeah, I did
yeah.
a rehab in the kitchen in that, like the sagey green. I did the walls in that, and everybody went crazy over it.
Mhm. Yeah, the greens are back.
I want the dark green. I want to redo my office. I've been seeing so many offices with the green and the gold because my
Mhm.
office is blue,
Mhm.
and it's because music blue.
Mhm.
That's the color, but yeah, a green is going up
And
on
see,
those
I kept my
walls.
office neutral. My office is black and gray. So
I have a hard time believing
I,
that.
I swear, my
Is-
office.
you have all your other stuff purple.
No, like my office is literally my office and my kitchen is black and gray.
Okay.
Now, like on the walls, you can't really see the walls because like I have important tax stuff,
Right.
photos, or all of my credentials. But those are the only 2 rooms in the house that's like black and gray, and it's
No.
Okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with black and gray.
no,
No,
it's
not at
not.
all.
It's just that when I just want an extra smile, I just go peek in the living room.
So I was talking to my
Aw.
girlfriend yesterday who vibrates extremely high. She's extremely successful. She has an extremely good heart. And I was listening to her and she was talking about colors and what it means and feng shui.
Mhm.
So I am a very clean, very minimalist. I like the clean, classy look. But I am going to incorporate some colors. And she gave me another tip about spreading all your credentials all around the house.
Mhm.
They're all supposed to be in your office where that energy is. So I'm going to do a few things different.
Mhm. And then, and speaking about feng shui in offices, it's very important to face your door, your desk,
Yes.
pointing toward the door. That's
Mhm.
where your money comes.
Absolutely.
In. Yeah.
And
yeah.
you
Well, I
wanna
have all
look
that
at-
down pat.
And
Yeah.
you
And
wanna
it's the
look at
northeast
everybody.
corner
Mhm.
of
Yes.
the house.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes.
and I have everything up there. The only thing I said, like, I do want to change it from the blue to the green
Mhm.
because that green just speaks to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that door, like if you don't even want to deal with them, you could just say, well, there's the door
Mhm.
right there. So it's like pretty accessible. Like I like that.
I will admit, the rest of my house is pretty much black and white.
I could see that for you.
With gold, but it's very modern and very classy. And
I love that.
and it's just
I love that.
it makes me happy.
I love that.
I've got in my office, I'm the blues and the creams and the golds, and that's where the magic happens in the office.
So Monique, how do
Mhm.
you handle clients with difficult, or should I say different taste or conflicting design
me.
ideas?
How would you handle me? 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
how
me.
how will I handle you?
Me.
And
She's
and
talking about me.
again, it's one of those things where as you sit down with them and you get a feel of what it is they are looking to accomplish. You don't ever want to appear overbearing and make them feel as if their styles aren't important, even though they're hiring you, the professional, to come in and do the job.
And make it professionally a
make-
mess.
Oh no. But of course, I'm soft with my clients. I'm not hard. I'm not one of those in your face, just brash. I'm going to just explain to you, this is what my thoughts are. All of my designs come with the mood board. So you have the opportunity to see exactly what we're incorporating in your space, right? So when it comes to them saying, I don't like it, I've had one of those.
Okay.
And
That would be me.
Sometimes it's hard for people to actually see the vision until it's right there in their space and live and live in color. So it's just handling them with kid gloves,
That's
I'm gonna
very
need baby
common.
gloves. I'm
Mhm.
gonna need baby gloves.
Yeah,
Kid gloves
kid
is too
gloves.
much. Yeah,
Baby
'cause-
gloves.
Just talk to her spouse. That's
Yeah.
all I
Okay,
gotta say.
okay.
That's it.
I try to make sure I've got both parties. If there's a couple in the building and they're together and they're doing this together, I'd make sure I've got both of them because I want to get both of their.
So
their
what I do in
face.
mortgage lending is you
Mhm.
kind of peak you sort out the personality that's most reasonable,
Mhm.
and you
Mhm.
filter everything through them.
Yeah.
And they're normally the sounding board. So
Makes sense, and you're absolutely right about that. It's either you're talking to the husband, you're talking to the wife. You want to make sure they're both comfortable, but you know how to lean toward the one that's gonna.
absolutely.
just give me that one room, and you ain't gotta hear nothing from me. Because I
And
can do
that's
whatever I want.
fair,
And no, well,
yeah.
maybe 2 rooms. Because
Okay.
the other room, I need it to be a music room because I love music.
Mhm.
So that room can be like maybe 3 shades, 4 shades of purple, and maybe a little white.
See, I think it's an individuality thing. I don't think you can go wrong in your home.
Mhm.
Sometimes I walk in, it's not me, and I'm like, oh, whoa.
Mm.
However, I think your home should be a perfect reflection of who you are.
And mine's is the
Yes.
lights, everything, the elephants. Like, whoa.
Okay.
Tusk
The
up.
purple elephants on the wall.
Yes.
Tusk up or tusk down.
Tusk up.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I have my iridescent elephants on my table.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yes, I love it. I'm an
Oh, to
elephant
be a
fan.
Delta, huh?
And I have, if I'm not mistaken, I just counted 33 stuffed animal elephants.
Well, we know what to get you for Christmas. And your
Right.
Absolutely.
birthday.
I would not turn it
Yeah,
down. I love
absolutely.
elephants and Harry Potter in purple.
We didn't talk about that Harry Potter, Shavana.
You like who you like. You like Ron Wisely.
No, I just like the way he looks now.
But you like
Yeah.
that. I love Harry Potter.
Well, the reason why me and Harry Potter are distant is because of the spiritual components of it.
Well,
and I
I
never
don't-
let my children
I don't
watch
look
it or
at it
anything.
from the spiritual component because I know who I am. The plot is what takes me. Is he didn't want the fortune. He didn't want the fame. He wanted friends. He wanted to be a regular person. And they compiled all of this on him and made him step up to be an adult. And he didn't want that. He just wanted to go outside and play.
Oh, see, I don't know the plot.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
know
the
the plot.
storyline because I refuse to let it
'Cause
in
you
my
looked at
spirit.
Char her wizards was like,
Yes,
no,
that
thank
was
you.
it. I told my
No way.
kids,
Witches and widgets.
you know the rule. You know what they say in the Bible: eyes, ears. I got to guard my gates.
And I didn't even look at it from that point. I was just like, I was literally crying because if you read the book, you will cry. I was crying. I was like, oh, he just wanted to be a boy. Oh my God.
Shavana. Yeah, she went for the storyline. Okay, I got you. So, do you have any upcoming projects you want to tell us about? Are you going to be doing anything that you think we should know about?
But the one that I mentioned, that's the one. That's the heartfelt one that I'm working on, which is that rehab project for the Rebound Foundation. That's the one. Other than that, the other home that I'm doing in Westchester, this is going to be a beauty. It's a 3-level, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that we're just taking, and we took every wall out, and now we're starting over from scratch with this one. So we should be done with that one sometime in March. So that's one that's
So, when do you anticipate the home opening? For the one in Inglewood?
Yeah. So speaking with the clients, the property will be done this coming Monday. So we're hoping early March.
Okay.
First week of March is when we're looking to have that grand opening.
Well, maybe we'll come by. You give us a call. We'll come
I
by
would
and
love
we'll
that.
broadcast live from there.
I would love that because it's a really, really great foundation. So that would be great. That would be.
What's the
really
name of the
great.
foundation?
The Rebound Foundation.
It's called the Rebound, and it's for battered women.
It's a temporary housing for battered women and children.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, really good project.
How many bedrooms did they produce?
All right, so it's a 2-level. It's 5 bedrooms total.
Okay.
2 on the first floor, 3 on the second level.
Okay.
Yeah. So if someone want a safe haven, so that one's near and dear to me.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Did we just give out the information for the rebound, or was it
Yes.
supposed to be a secret?
It's not a secret, actually. I was very careful. No, it
Okay.
isn't a secret.
Now I
Yeah.
was just I'm like, if it's a safe haven? I was worried about us giving it out.
I understand. Understand.
We appreciate you coming on
Thank
the show.
you so much. I
Give us
appreciate
your
you guys.
contact information. Tell the
Absolutely.
viewers how to contact you and make all things Couture for you.
Absolutely. So you guys can email me at monique.couturedecor@gmail.com. You can find me online at www.couture-decor.net. And you can also follow me on Facebook at Couture Decor and TikTok, Monique.couturedecor. Also a lot of coutouring. My number, if you ever want to give me a call and schedule a consultation, you can certainly reach me at 708-261-5384.
So Monique, can you spell decor for me? Because we had some issues going back with the email.
Okay, the E.
I think I didn't add the E, or I added one too many.
Okay.
I can't remember, but it got returned undeliverable, and then you and I talked about it.
Yeah. So it's Monique.couture, Couture.
Okay.
Couture, and then Decor, Decor.
So I think I added an E after the decor.
Okay.
And they should know how to spell couture around here.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know how to spell decor. I added an extra E with decor, right?
Yeah, it's a decor. That's, yeah.
Get him, CEO Lexi.
Come on.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with
I have a guest coming in. Chris Gaines will be joining us shortly. So yeah, we're going to take us a quick music break. It's your girl, CEO Lexi. This is Do You Think of Me? We'll be right back on the Super Businesswoman Show on Intellectual Radio.
No, we should have said Crystal. I was going to say Crystal was the guest.
Hey,
We ain't seen her in 2 weeks.
Think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want to apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want to apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone. Do you think of me since I'm so far? Would you even speak to me if I should call? Sometimes it's hard to sleep. Staring at the stars when I dream, I blink, and damn, there you are. Do you think of me and wish we could have worked things out one way or another? At least we should have stayed friends. Now so much lovers. Do you think of me? We love to hug and kiss. We love to rub. That love is what I miss. Do you think of me or how I could be more than just another casualty you need? Do you think of me? Do you still see me as a queen out here doing my thing? Do you think of me and say it's an act of God's timing so I can pursue rhyming? I love you, but that love had me blinded. Face fine, but what hides behind it? Do you think of me and all them lonely nights I'm crying? Do you think of me without even trying? Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want to apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want to apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone. Either way, I see a brighter day. By the way, do you think of me when the radio plays all my jams, heavy rotation? And again, do you think of me when you see me in the magazines? Do you think of me and what you could have had with me? Do you think of me? Of course you do. None bad as me. Do you think of me? Mic checking, say trusting. Do you think of me and realize you're the reason I'm stressing? Do you think of me? Rewind me again. Learn a lesson. Do you think of me now that I'm running the league? You guessed it when it comes to this ink pen. Some call it gifted. I call it all the above. I've been blessed from the beginning. Do you think of me? Does it hurt to see I'm forever winning? Do you think of me? Got back all the peace toxic love ever costed me. Honestly, it's sad to see you never really rock with me. Love is dead. Rest in peace. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want to apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone. Do you think of me?
Hello and welcome back to the Super Businesswoman Show here on Intellectual Radio. It's your girl, CEO Lexi, with all things couture. And I am joined here with my lovely co-host. Let's welcome the savvy investor, Crystal Lewis, into the building. How are we feeling?
Hey, Crystal.
Crystal, where that mic at?
Oh, hi. Look, I done lost my whole thing. I haven't been here. I've been on some other stuff, but medication and things like that. But I'm feeling better.
Well,
Thank you.
welcome back. We're glad you're feeling better. It's good to see you.
It's
So-
definitely good to see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we are joined here with my special guest, Chris Gaines, also known as, well, I actually originally knew her as Chris No Thank You, and now she's a free lunch Chris. So I'm going to give you a brief rundown. She is a rap artist, comedian, and an entrepreneur, owner of Free Lunch Apparel, Free Lunch Party Bus. I want to call it Free Lunch Transportation because you have the bus and the boat. So it drives, the marketing in me wants to just call it that. And I'm sorry for trying to rebrand your
No,
brands.
it's fine. I have cars with free lunch transportation on it, actually.
Oh, see? Okay, so it was something embedded. Maybe I've seen it before. So bars on the boat, bars on the bus, creative director, producer, founder. Not you came up with this amazing cipher.
Thank you.
Out
Thank you.
completely out of the box, on the boat and on the bus. I love it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So as an independent rap artist in the industry over 20 years, what sparked the light to start your music career, and what's kept it lit over all these years?
I think like most people, I started like doing music like in church choir. So that was something like big for me as a kid. It was always strange because my voice has always been raspy. So I would always want to do solos, but they only had like sopranos. I'm like, what? So I would have to do like the tenor solos and stuff for like the boys. And I just fell in love with music and I kept going from there. I did poetry when I was younger and I just kept it going. I actually took a break a few years ago and kind of just focused on my business. So I just recently started back doing music maybe like 6 months ago.
And you know what? I noticed that break because I know the like I said, Chris No Thank You. That's how I was introduced to your music, and I was like, "Who is this lady? She's amazing." And then there was like, you started seeing the gap, but I understand why, and that's super important. So again, so even though you're recently back, you still have tenure in the industry and navigating in a male-dominated industry. What's some advice you would give to an emerging female artist?
I would say please. I forgot we cannot curse on this. Can I spell words?
No, ma'am.
All right.
Let's use our imagination.
Keep your stuff to yourself.
Okay.
That's what I would say. When I say stuff, I don't mean just your stuff below your waist. I also mean
Keep it real. Keep it real.
I also mean your stuff as in your ideas, all of that. Don't be trying to discuss stuff with too many people. Sometimes I think do this myself. I get really, really excited about things, and you get to talking to people, and there's so many people that they're they don't intend to see you see this out. So it's not that you're excited and coming from a positive place. However, it's not always received from a positive place. And you don't want their energy to perhaps rub off on you. And you end up not even doing what your original goal was because now you've been talked out of something by other people. So I think that that's really important. And also not waiting. I think sometimes there's way too much time between an idea and the execution of it. So then there's all this space in the meantime, and you end up doing nothing instead of. I know everybody's not always prepared. I fly by the seat of my pants a lot, but you have to try. If I tried it didn't work, it didn't work. At least I got to try it. It's people I know that wait years and we still talking about the same thing. Are you gonna do it, or I would have respected you doing it more and failing, or you know what I mean, or just not going as ideal as you would have hoped for it to, rather than not doing it at all. So just do it. That's my advice. Just do it.
That's some solid advice, Chris. Absolutely.
you.
So what motivated you to expand your brand beyond music, and how do you manage multiple business ventures?
I wanted to expand beyond music because a lot of the times nowadays it's really hard to actually be an artist that's making money off your music. That's with streaming as well as actually being paid to perform. That's something that really does not happen very often, at least not that I see. Not a livable wage, you know. So I think that was something that made me want to start vending more. So I would vend at events, and that was my way of getting paid. If y'all not gonna pay me to rap, I'm setting up my stuff here, and or I'm not rapping. And that's how I eventually I just stopped performing. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna vend now. Forget this. And I just ran with it. And because I had created so many relationships with different people through music, it was cool being able to see people in different lights. People that were rappers that now own clubs, like Ren. Shout out to Ren from Go Boys Entertainment. So yeah, so I was able to already have those bonds and be able to vend at those clubs.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
That's great. And definitely shout out to Rentieri over there, Joe's Bar and
Yes.
Grill. So, Chris, what is the message behind Free Lunch Apparel, and what are some of your short term goals for expansion?
Um, you said
The message
the meaning
behind, yeah.
behind freelance apparel. Freelance apparel is because like most kids that were brought up around me, we were on the freelance program. So when I was in the freelance program as a kid, one of the first things my grandma taught me how to do was sew. So I used to sew. We couldn't afford to have my Barbies to get new outfits. I had to make them little outfits and clothes to put on. So she would give me all of her little scrap materials, and I would make. I remember my mama whooped my yes, because I had I cut up my sister clothes to make my Barbie clothes, and she was like, "Why would you? What? You can't cut your sister's clothes up."
But the Barbie needed clothes, so I feel you.
You
I
can't
feel
stop creativity.
Show
You
me
just
the
can't.
shirt, mama. So that was something behind. I was always obsessed with fashion. We used to go to the thrift store every Monday. Everything was half off. I remember my grandma, she was a shopaholic. We would go to sleep with venture bags in the bed because she was hiding them from my granddaddy and they ran out of places to hide them. So we just in the bed with bags and it was nuts. And I just always was in love with clothes. So that's what the message behind free lunch is.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I love
Mhm.
that.
Thank you.
So, what is the inspiration behind Bars on the Boat and now Bars on the Bus? And how do you curate the featured artists?
As far as bars on the bus, you said what was the first question, Lexi?
What's the inspiration behind both Bars on the Boat, Bars on
Oh,
the
girl,
Bus?
boating is expensive as he double hockey sticks. It's very expensive. So I had to figure out something that was gonna feed me. If I'm gonna spend all this money, in terms of docking this boat, in terms of marine mechanics, all types of ridiculous stuff, I had to do something that was gonna feed my soul out of this process. Okay, I'm already out of all this money. Let me do something that's cool that I actually want to do now. So that was really my thought with bars on the boat. I'm like, okay, I'm out here now and spent all this money. Let's get it. So I started bars on the boat. I felt like it was really unique because I haven't seen many ciphers on boats, and the ones I have seen, they're like in Florida, and there's nothing out in the Midwest. So I thought it was pretty dope.
It's definitely some
Mhm.
different. I haven't even seen it in Florida, so it's amazing. I'm actually really intrigued with it all. I love it.
And bars on the bus is what we're doing in the off season. Can we since we can't be on the water all year? It's bars on the bus. So
Absolutely
yeah.
makes sense.
So you have bars on the boat and bars on
yes,
the
ma'am.
bus. Okay, that's
Yes,
nice.
ma'am.
And because I have heard of it in
Mhm.
Florida, where
Uh-huh.
that you're pretty much so that's when you're going out there and you're rapping and you're doing things on the boat.
Yeah, it's a cipher on my boat.
Cipher meaning.
Meaning like it's a cipher is basically where there's no hook. You know, with a regular song, it's like a chorus on the song.
Okay.
So it's just a bunch of artists with verses on it.
Okay.
So it might be 5 artists. There's no hook. It's just each artist with 16 bars back to back to back to back.
Okay, so they're pretty much so freestyle.
No, yeah, that's what you would call it nowadays.
Okay, all right.
I think ciphers is like real old hip hop rap. That's like when everybody got together and the artists rap. They had their 16 and they rap, so it was a cipher. That was
That sounds pretty cool. I think if you market that very well, I think that you could definitely have a lot of artists come here
Thank
from
you.
different places. I know a few people, so if I can help
Okay,
you with
bet.
anything, I know a few people, so if I can help you with anything with bringing some people in town, I could help you with that.
Okay, cool. I can send you all the information.
Okay.
I'm actually taking submissions now. Where actually I have the first 2 episodes of Bars on the Bus up that have already been filled. So this will be the fifth installment of my cipher. But I am booking artists for the sixth installment.
Are you familiar with Lawless Inc? With King
is that-
Louis and
it
Katie
sounds
got
familiar.
bands?
It sounds familiar. Yeah, I know
Okay.
Katie got bands.
Okay,
is,
yeah,
and
that
who,
I'm family members with the owner of Lawless Inc. So,
okay, cool.
yes, I have some connections I can help you out with.
Awesome. It sounds like a plan.
how fantastic, Crystal. Thank you for
Yeah, I'm
that.
always trying to help.
Look at that savvy investor. You got my purple house, hey girl.
So, Chris, can you walk us through your creative process when you're writing a new song?
Um, Okay, so I know I can't curse. I get drunk. I get drunk. I play beats, and I just sit and vibe out. To me, it helps me sometimes, like to just relieve, to release, have a shot. You get to feeling yourself, and before you know it, you got a verse.
And you just let it flow. I
Yeah.
love it.
She's so honest. I love it.
Oh, trust me, I know Crystal. That's why I'm like, I'm over here like I love it. But okay, so what is your take on the importance of lyrics, flow, and delivery in hip hop?
I think, as far as my opinion, I really pay attention to lyrics, but I think that nowadays it's kind of something that's on the back burner. I think that now delivery is really, really more important even than lyrics. The way somebody rides a beat is really important because it's memorable. So I remember somebody arguing me the other day about Busta Rhymes and saying he's not lyrical. He's not. However, you remember every song. So sometimes it's about working smarter and not harder. I know I prefer like multiple syllable rhymes, like super duper stuff that people don't necessarily do nowadays. However, if you're not old or somebody that's really or somebody that's really into the craft, no one cares. Is what I'm saying. Your target audience doesn't care. Is what I'm saying. Other rappers care about stuff like that. However, people that's actually streaming music, they don't care about that. Not on a mainstream level. But my favorite rapper is Don Trip. That's the person I think he's really dope.
And see, I always liked, and this has always been my thing, is that I've always said that hip hop and rap are two separate genres within
Mhm.
one. And I
Mhm.
think the hip hop community is really aimed in on lyrical content and things like that.
Yes.
But I think
Uh-huh.
ultimately we can all agree on delivery, flow, cadence, and
Yeah.
things like that are important as well. But
Yes.
I absolutely always say, like, because the hip hop heads, oh, they're going to
Yeah, they
care
care. But
about those
not
bars.
yes. Yes.
All right. So we talked about it a little bit already. So I said, now to the boat and to the bus. So you are doing something that's not common in independent music. So first, congratulations
Thank you.
on you
Snap.
on your successful ventures.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
extremely proud to share your journey with our listeners. You created Free Lunch Apparel, a unique apparel line. And instead of staying in music and fashion, you invested in transportation and not the newest, most expensive foreign to show off your earnings, but investments in a boat and a party bus and turn them both into business ventures and not just transportation in a party rental experience, but you also brought it back to music. So sail us through that light bulb moment of this genius investment of the creation of the Bars series,
So
which you did already a little bit. You touched on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's I actually got my bus a while ago. I got my bus way before I got my boat. So I had actually decided I wanted to do a party bus, and I was actually thinking about a mobile boutique first before I thought about doing a party bus. I had went around looking for different ones. Finally found one that fit my price range and just what I wanted. That was in Canada. So I'm like, oh Lord, how the HE double hockey sticks am I going to get to Canada? So I ended I ended up I ended up linking up with someone I know, and he went down there with me. We drove to Canada. We got the bus, and it was such a cool experience because we didn't have any snow here then, but they had the snow was to your waist down there.
Oh, I bet that
And
was beautiful.
yeah, we went to the bar to celebrate getting a bus, and it was dudes pulling up on snowmobiles to the bar. And I was like, I have never seen this before. Everybody got on big Carhartt coveralls getting off snowmobiles at the bar. So it was dope. We got the bus, we went back to back to the area, whatever. It took us like maybe 9 hours to get back from up there. And it was just an awesome experience. And once I got my bus, I realized I wanted to do other stuff with it. And it just everything just ended up aligning. I know a lot of artists, and I use this series as a way of pushing me back into music, as a way of forcing me to do this. If I'm going to pay for these videos and stuff to be shot, I'm a rap in them. So it pushed me to get back into music. So I use that as a catalyst.
I love it, and I want all the independent artists out here to understand the importance of Chris Gaines and what she does with her business ventures and beyond music, how important it is to have those multiple streams of income and to use your money to invest in other things that will bring you more money. And also, the most important thing is the dedication, the perseverance, the determination of this woman. She will set up her store in a crowded club and work the entire room and sell out her merchandise. I've seen it happen. This is a beyond an entrepreneur, a super businesswoman, and I'm just honored
Thank
and
you.
proud of you. And I want everyone to know that part of you as well as
Thank
the
you so
comedian,
much.
because child, the
Oh,
comedian.
Lord.
When are we gonna get some more comedy?
You know what? I want to start doing more stuff soon. That's something that I really want to pay more attention to. I do not give it as much. It has not been made my priority. I've done like 3 shows, but I really love it so far. And it now I feel like it's more natural. It's just talking. You know,
Where do you do your comedy?
I've actually my last event I did was with what is his damn name? What is his name? Um, yeah. What is his name? Michi? You know Michi y'all? He's actually a comedian in Chicago. I did a show with him.
Oh, okay.
Leon Rogers actually does events on Wednesdays at what is that? B something bar.
10 bars.
I can't think of the name of it.
10
But he
doors,
does,
I think. And
yes, he
Bartend.
bartend.
On
Taylor
Bartend.
Street. Mhm.
Yes.
Bartend.
He does stuff on Wednesdays. I've done his shows before. And I actually headlined an event at the Bobo Emporium. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
No, but
But
I
it's a
would love.
venue
I
out
love
south.
comedy.
Right.
So, the next time that you're doing something, make sure you let us know about it. Because I now that's I'm kind of but comedy is something that I like to do.
Got you. To do or to see? You do comedy?
No, to see.
To
To
see.
see.
Oh,
To come
okay.
out.
I'm like,
we
you
want to
do-
come out and support you, Chris.
Yes,
Got you.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Got
because
you.
I love to laugh. I think laughing makes people feel better.
And laughing is
Definitely,
good for the soul.
definitely.
It is. I love to
For
laugh.
sure. Definitely.
So, Chris, what's next? Do we have new clothing lines coming out, new music, new episodes, upcoming events?
What's next is y'all stay tuned for Pizza Day. My fashion shows are always called Pizza Day. It was my favorite day at school because it was Pizza Day on Fridays at school. So they're always on Fridays. They're always called Pizza Day. So my new fashion show will be coming up. My spring fashion show will be in April. So y'all definitely stay tuned for that. I will have tickets available soon. Also, stay tuned for Bars on the Bus. We will be releasing the visual next month for Bars on the Bus, episode 1. So y'all definitely stay tuned for that. I got some dope artists I've been working with. Mika Luciano, PBE Mexico, Brandon Drake, BOH Woods, the artist. It's just a lot of people. And Cuddy Cud. So y'all, if y'all seen her on Bars on the Boat, y'all stay tuned because she's on Bars on the Bus now too. So just also Kiwi Marie. So it's just a lot of dope artists I've been working with lately.
You worked with one of my business partners, Shabalisa Crownholder, as well.
Oh,
So,
snap.
absolutely.
Yes.
And that was on Bars on the Boat.
That's Bars on the Boat
Yeah.
3. That's the last episode that just came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I like that you did, like, even with the off season with your boat having the bus, and then now even with the Bars on the Boat and Bars on the Bus, it's very
Thank
smart.
you.
And
It's
both
very
start
smart.
with a B.
Thank you.
Yes.
I
Very
didn't
Boat
want
bus.
to lose steam waiting for it to get warm again. Yeah.
You said, don't wait, guys. Don't wait. That was your
Yeah.
advice. Do
Yeah,
not wait. Just do
exactly.
it. So, how can our listeners get in touch with you about any of your products, services, and how can they submit to be a part of the Bars Cypher series?
So you can follow me on everything at Free Lunch Boutique. You can also check out my website, freelunchboutique.com. All my stuff is on there. If it's something that you want that's in a color that may not be listed, definitely hit me up because I do have all colors, all sizes. I carry everything from infants, I'm talking about 3 to 6 months, all the way up to adult size 5X. So I got something for everybody. You guys can also, if you're interested in being a part of my series, you can submit now at barsontheboat@gmail.com. Again, that's barsontheboat@gmail.com. Send 2 to 3 tracks, whether you are an artist or producer, because I'm also taking new beats from producers. I want to highlight not just artists, but also bond producers as well. So y'all definitely send me y'all stuff too. I would love for you to be a part. Shout out to all the engineers that have been helping me with this project and all the producers. Thank you guys so much.
And also let them know how they can go ahead and book their rentals with Free Lunch Party Bus.
Yes,
And
y'all can call now 312-978-2979. Once again, that's 312-978-2979 to book now. Also, guys, like I said, freelunchboutique.com. There's an option to book my bus on the website. If you go to my Instagram, Free Lunch Boutique, you actually will be able to see videos. You can get an idea of what the bus looks like inside and out, and then we can go from there.
And you're servicing Chicago and Northwest Indiana.
I am. Yeah.
And so you also do shuttle services, parties, charters, tours, and bar crawls.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's beyond that, you guys. So go ahead and book. And you can also follow her at Free Lunch Party on IG as well.
Yeah.
So again, that number was 312-978-2979. Book, guys. Get booked on that bus and on that boat. Get your free lunch apparel. I want to absolutely thank you, Chris, for joining us today. Oh, wait, she's digging in the bag, guys. Hold on. She's digging in the bag. So,
can I show a hat with a cuss word on it? I'm trying to make sure. I ain't gonna say it now. I'm just gonna.
I'm not sure if we can. Do we have anything that's a little friendly?
Curse word.
It's very friendly now.
It's an expression of how you're feeling at that moment, right?
I don't think it's friendly. This is some Jesus. I have different hats and stuff, y'all. Like, hello, I'm trying my best. It's one of my really popular caps right now. I do sets with the shirts to match them. I do have some other ones too. Like, everything is marketed towards Black people. This is one of the ones I really love. It says "Get paid, Black women get paid." And I do also do the shirts to match them. As I said, I do all different colors. This one is a little explicit for all my little FREAKSs on there.
Oh, I like that purple one.
And then I also have ones for dads. Dope Black Father is a really popular one for me.
Beautiful.
And I do have the shirts to go with them. And that one is another one that's kind of nasty. So if you a freak, let me know. And yeah.
And she also takes custom orders too, correct?
They're $25.
Okay.
And you also take custom orders.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Absolutely. So, Chris, again, thank you so much. You got some more? She go.
They more cuss words.
I didn't know she's gonna keep
She
digging
say,
in that bag.
they're more curse words.
and I want to thank you for your look, artist. This is called studio etiquette and media training as an independent artist. Because if any of you listening and watching know Chris personally, this is media training, and you guys should all be very understanding and know how to handle yourself like this as well. So thank you for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for sharing your story. It's been
Thank
an
you.
absolute pleasure. We're going to actually take a quick music break, and we'll be right back on the Super Business Women Show here on Intellectual Radio.
Thank you.
Hey, why?
Hey, Tia Boo. Girl, where's my
Think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want to apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want to apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me since I'm so far? Would you even speak to me if I should call? Sometimes it's hard to sleep. Staring at the stars when I dream, I blink, and damn, there you are. Do you think of me and wish we could have worked things out one way or another? At least we should have stayed friends. Not so much lovers. Do you think of me? We love to hug and kiss. We love to rub. That love is what I miss. Do you think of me or how I could be more than just another casualty you need? Do you think of me? Do you still see me as a queen out here doing my thing? Do you think of me and say it's an act of God's timing so I can pursue rhyming? I love you, but that love had me blinded. Face fine, but what hides behind it? Do you think of me and all them lonely nights of crying? Do you think of me without even trying? Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want to apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want to apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Either way, I see a brighter day. By the way, do you think of me when the radio plays all my jams, heavy rotation? And again, do you think of me when you see me in the magazines? Do you think of me and what that you could have with me. Do you think of me? Of course you do. None bad to me. Do you think of me? Mic checking, say trapping. Do you think of me and realize you're the reason I'm stressing? Do you think of me? Rewind me again. Learn a lesson. Do you think of me? Now that I'm running the league, you guessed it. When it comes to this ink pen, some call it gifted. I call it all the above. I've been blessed from the beginning. Do you think of me? Does it hurt to see I'm forever winning?
Hello and welcome back to the Super Business Women Show here on Intellectual Radio. And we're all here now. All of us, all four of us. You guys see us. If you don't see us, go over there to YouTube and search Intellectual Radio and click the live button. You can see all our beautiful faces, or go to any one of our lives. We're all on. I think everybody's on live. Everyone's live. We're gonna pass this on over to the financial femme, Shavonna M. Jackson.
Hey, great big world out there. How you doing today? How are you guys doing?
What you got for us today?
I got a whole lot of information.
We love information.
So much information. Like, I don't think I got enough time for all of it. So I'm going to just jump right in. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the BOI.
Okay.
It is active. It is there now. The reporting deadline is March 21st. It's very important that you get this done. If you do not get this done, you're looking at paying $592 a day.
Oh, no, thank you.
Until it's done. So get it done. It takes 5 to 7 minutes to get it done. Have a current picture of your driver's license or state ID. It's okay if you use yourself as the beneficiary. It's not a problem. But get that done.
They also need their filing number.
They definitely need their filing number. But it still takes 5 to 7 minutes.
Absolutely.
Get it done unless, hey, you want to pay that $592. I don't got it. So, but I did mine when it
I
first
got it.
came
I don't
out.
want to give it.
I'm just saying, I did mine when it came out.
Right.
I don't have an extra $592 to get somebody because I neglected to do something.
Oh, that's a handsome pair of shoes.
a nice pair of glasses. I was looking at these Michael Kors glasses. But anyway, scams, people. You have to know when you are being scammed. It's very important to know URLs. First of all, any federal or state entity, 9 times out of 10 is not going to text you. They don't call you unless it's assigned by a representative to call you. So if you get a text message and it says irs.com, it's a scam. Don't believe in it. So there was a text message that went out maybe last week. As a matter of fact, I got it on all 3 of my devices, and it said, Internal Revenue Service, you are eligible to receive a $1,400 economic payment. And I think that's what got people, because they are coming back out with the economic payments for the taxpayers who did not get it. And that's that $1,400 that they're going to be releasing. However, you still have to be in compliance. So I think that our eyes just focus on payment and the amount, and everything else is a wrap. And it said, please provide your accurate personal information. We will deposit the amount into your bank account or mail a paper check within 1 to 2 days. The IRS does not do anything within 1 to 2 days. That is a scam. I will post this again on all my social media platforms. It is very, very, very important that you do not give up your information. That's how people are scamming you. They're taking your money. They're taking access to your phone. They're taking access to your personal data. I know a lot of people live off their phone, so a lot of information is on your phone. They can get that information. They get my phone, they're going to be mad and give it back to me. Ain't nothing on there but IRS pictures and unemployment pictures, stuff that people don't want. They're going to give it back to me. It also says their URL is https://www.irs.gov.aid.ori.com.
Yeah, that's a red flag
Right.
there.
That it is. And then it says, please reply why, then exit the text message, open it again, click the link. No, that's too suspect. And me, I'm nosy. So I would text you, what's the phone number? I want to talk to you. I want to see.
And Shavonna, the reality of it is that the IRS will not just reach out to you.
No, they won't.
Right.
They will not do that whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. Speaking of the IRS, they are having major layoffs, and it started Thursday. 6,000 layoffs for the IRS began Thursday 2/20. Now,
I ain't mad.
that is a big effect on taxpayers. Even though we are in tax season, we're in the middle of tax season per se, second month going into the third month. However, them 6,000 people are not supposed to be a part of that crowd, or the people that's being laid off that work in that centralized area for preparing the taxes and getting them processed. However, that's still a lot of jobs that they're going to be out. The Pentagon has laid off so many people.
I
The
think
CDC has also laid off so many essential workers, and it's just damaging what it's doing to our federal and local governmental offices.
But I think
Yes.
they'll be okay because Biden hired about 6,000 people toward the middle of last year or the year before last.
Right.
So
And
they're just going to go
all
back
of them
to,
are getting cut though.
but they're just going back to their regular operating place beforehand because he hired a massive amount.
He did. They're looking to let go close to a total of 60,000 people nationwide.
Is that
Well-
because of that Doge thing or whatever?
Well, they're cutting the fat.
It's the budget. They're
Yeah,
talking about the budget.
yeah.
Then it's the administration that we're in. So
Yeah,
you know,
they're
I'm not
cutting
gonna
the
talk
fat.
politics, but my heart just go out to those people who's laid off. That's not fun.
But with every business, even in corporate America, when you get a new regime,
Mhm.
people trim the fat. When
You're right, they do, and it's about budgeting. When it boils down to it, it's about money, and that's why it's so important for people that's in finance, that's in accounting, that's in any financial arena, be abreast up on what's going on. What are your other avenues? How do you see yourself in this avenue? How can you profit and benefit off this? How can you help? So it's so important for us to know that and be aware of what's taking place, especially in this industry and now. Also, if you are on a payment plan, even though the IRS is letting go so many people and closing so many departments, right? Even though you have a IRS tax debt, that does not mean they will not send out those letters. If you are on a current payment plan with the Internal Revenue Service, please make your payments. Don't think because they have laid off people or shut down departments, you do not have to still be in compliance. That is not true. Not true. They will
those
still
departments are going to be filled. If no other department's going to be filled.
They have not forgot about you.
No,
Not
they
at all.
haven't. That you will get that letter just as quick as you cook a pot of rice. You will get that letter in the mail. Be in compliance. That's the most important thing, especially during this time. And I know that it's hard. It's also tax time. File your tax returns or return, depending on what state you in. You may not have a state return, but a federal. File your returns. If you don't want to file by March 15th for corporations, April 15th for individuals, file your extension 7004 for corporations, 4868 for individuals. It's real simple. If you have to make your payments while you're sending in your extension, make that payment on time when you send in your extension. Don't don't give them a reason to make you pay interest and penalties. Don't have them coming after you for that extra money when you can just be in compliance. Hey, you don't want to do it? Call Anointed Accounting. We'll do an extension for you. We do not charge you to do an extension. That's one of the services that we offer because we know it's hard for people, especially with busy schedules or people that really just don't like taxes. Like, call us. We'll get you started, and you can take it from there. But make them payments. Also, make sure that if you have upcoming appointments with the Internal Revenue Service, just based off the layoffs, some people go into the office, they have appointments. Please check all your communications, updates, alerts, and notifications will go out about any cancellations or anything that may happen or appointment reschedules. They must have your current contact information because that office where you're having that appointment, that representative may very well reach out to you. So please check your mail. It's best that they have all your updated information. It's so important for them to contact you, especially during this crucial time because of the layoffs. Now I'm going to talk about corporations. It's that time. It's almost March 15th. Corporations. I'm talking to All corporations, none are exempt. That's 990 non-for-profits. 1045, I'm sorry, 1065s, partnerships, 1120S's, 1120s.
Excuse me.
Please file your tax return. Get with your accountant, get with your tax person, get with anybody so you can be in compliance right now.
Well, hold on now. Wait.
And I say anybody loosely.
Any professional, right?
Well, not just that, but you have people that may say, well,
They know
I
how to
go
do
to my
taxes.
cousin, or my next door neighbor
Well,
can
that's
do
their
it.
professional.
Right. So, that's what I
Whosever's
mean.
arms are crossed the tightest in their blazer.
Yes. You want to do that. Also, this is the time now, especially corporations, if you're going on an extension, this is the time for you to be getting your bank statements together. Get your invoices together. You have some companies out there that's like me. I'm kind of anal. I pretty much try to have everything ready for my accountant. Like, I want everything ready. So I'll have the financial statements almost 30% together. I let her handle the other 70%. I'm bringing something to the table though, right? But she has all of my documents. At some point, she always tells me, Shavonna, you give me too much. I don't want you to come ask me no questions, because you may email me Monday. I probably can't get to you till Wednesday. And when I do, I may have to hang up, and then we're going to play phone tag. So if I just give you everything or more than everything, there's no reason for questions. I love it. I just love our relationship. Miss Piper is going to choke me. I know she is. But that's stuff that you need to have ready. Also, corporations, any big changes that happened in 2024, sit down and talk to your accountant about it. Sit down and talk to your preparer about it. It's so important for them to know what took place in 2024. What you think may not be important is so important, and it can be a good thing for your return, or it may not be for your return. But please keep that line of communication open. Ask questions. It doesn't matter how big or small these questions are. It's just important to get it out there. Talk about your plans for 2025. Every company has goals, small short-term goals, long-term goals, whatever. Sit down and discuss it with your accountant or your preparer. If your preparer does not have that information, contact Anointed Accounting. I have people on staff that can talk to you, that can get you where you need to be. Also, for your plans for 2025, depending on what you want to do, I'm going to highly suggest that you try to get a business plan together. That's so important for businesses, and we have fallen off track because of everything that's going on in the world. We just don't think these things are essential, and you'd be surprised how important it is. Your mission statement to your vision statement, to your short-term goals, your long-term goals, your SWOT analysis, your marketing analysis. Is so important to have all of this information, because you never know what you want to do. And if you're prepared, you don't have to worry about getting prepared. That's so important.
So that's my motto with Conceal and Carry. If you stay ready, you won't have to get ready.
Exactly.
Also, my corporations, please, 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 it's so important to know your filing status. It's so important. I thought it was just the individuals where there was a disconnect between knowing your filing status, but I'm seeing this when I have my consultations with people and we're talking on the corporation side. Well, I got a business. No, what type of business do you have? It's a hobby. Well, how do you know it's a hobby? Like, give me more information. So I got to ask 100 probing questions. And at the end of all those questions, 89% of the people still don't know their filing status. That's not good at all. That's not good. So I have a small breakdown for you. 990, that is for non-for-profits. That means that if you make under $50,000, March 15th, you have to send a postcard 990 out. More than 50,000, you have to file a 990 EZ or a T. It's non-for-profit. That means you are an organization that gets money from donations. Not that you're out there selling the product, but people are giving you money. Also, that form the form that has to be completed for 990s has to be completed on the 15th day of the 5th month after your company closes. So if you're on a fiscal year, it's the 5th month. If you're on a calendar year, it's the 5th month after December. 1041s, that's trust and estate accounts. If you have a trust, if you have an estate, yes, you have to file that. That is due by March 15th. That is also on extension form 7004. If you file out form 1065, that is a U.S. return for partnerships. These tax documents can include your profit and loss, your credits for partnerships, and also partnerships on this spectrum don't pay the taxes. It actually gets transferred over to you personally on your 1040. That's also something to note because a lot of people assume I have a 1065. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a 1065. My company is going to pay the taxes. No, that gets cut to you and that goes on your 1040. That's important to know. Corporations, 1120, meaning C Corps. Get those balances together, get those receipts together, get those books together. Because if you are out there and you are working, no matter how busy or non-busy your 2024 was, there's always a game plan that could be put into effect for 2025 to help you gain more than what you gained in 2024. The object of the game is to grow. Do we know that businesses will take losses? Absolutely. Do we know that it'll be some slow seasons for businesses? Absolutely. But there's a game plan for that. Form 1120S, which is for S corporations, shareholders, is very important that you file your extension if you're not ready to go out. Those forms kick out Schedule K1s that also get reported on Form 1040, which is your personal. All of this information I'm giving you, you can find it at www.irs.gov. You can type in corporations. You can type in the numbers that I've given you, but all this information is on their website. It's public information. Now, my favorite is individuals, and a lot of that is on irs.gov, but it's also in publication 4491. Individuals, my people, please know your statuses. It's so important when you're talking to someone. You don't want to give them the impression that you know nothing. I'm not saying be an expert, but know a little. At least know your filing status. Single, it means just that. You are single. December 31st of the year, you are unmarried, legally separated, or under a divorce decree. Your tax return will say single. Head of household, meaning you must have a qualifying individual who is related to you and meets the requirements of a child or qualifying relative. What that means is that someone has lived with you for more than half of the year, more than 6 months, and you have provided more than 51% of their care financially. And that can be proven if you have that. It can be your son, your daughter, your stepchildren, your siblings, even your nieces and
And your
nephews.
grandkids.
Yes.
Because I take my filing and tell them later.
Crystal, I love you
I
for that.
do.
I swear I
I
do.
file them and then I let them know that I have filed them because I've taken care of
But it's only fair.
it. Is only fair.
If that's what you're getting just at once a year, I agree.
Yeah, because I'm not finna let you. Because if it's up to them, it's my kid. So I make sure that they understand after it's done that this is what I've done.
That's what you get back in tenfold. I'm not upset with that, as long as
Mm-mm.
you're doing it the right way, and it seems like you are.
Oh yeah, I'm the grandmother on the filing. That's my status.
You're the excellent grandmother, Crystal.
Well,
I
thank
got to
you.
give it up to you.
Thank you very much.
Now, my people that are married filing jointly, meaning either you live together, you lived apart, but you were not legally separated under a divorce separate maintenance degree. Depending on the state that you live in, they may allow you to do married filing separately in some instances, but it just totally depends on the state. Get with your tax preparer or your accountant. They can give you more information, or you can actually call your state office. If you're in the state of Illinois, that is Department of Revenue. If you're in Michigan, that is the Department of Michigan Revenue. Contact these people. They have a job. They're there to assist you if you don't know. Married filing separately means that taxpayers who are married but they choose to file separate returns for whatever reasons. 90% of the reason why people file separate returns and they're married is because one doesn't want to take over the other's debt. But here's the thing, there's a form that can be filled out, which is the innocent spouse form that protects you, and you won't have to do two tax returns and pay for two separate services. That's why it's so important for you to know what's out there for you, know what's beneficial for you, know what's available for you, and get it done accurately. The last one is qualifying widower. And what that means is that taxpayers who do not remarry in the year their spouse dies can file jointly with the deceased spouse for the 2 years following the year of the death. That's so important because we have so many people out here that have lost a loved one and they're conflicted about how it will affect their tax return, or what happens if they get remarried, or can they even get remarried. So it's just so important to get with someone and talk, and that's why these questions are so important when you sit down with someone. This is why Anointed Accounting offers that free 60-minute consultation, because that gives us the opportunity to learn about you and you learn about us. And that's all I got for y'all.
So how can everyone get all this information and get
Well,
in
she
touch
gave
with you,
addresses.
Shawana?
She gave those addresses again.
IRS
1099, 7740,
Wait, what?
5555. So I started trying to write them down. I'm like, forget it.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Well, but that was a lot of great information.
was.
And this is the
It
time.
was.
This is the time where it's needed. So we definitely appreciate
it's
that from
definitely
our
needed.
financial femme, and we are going to pass it on over to Crystal
You asked me
Lewis.
where to get it.
Well, you know what, we do it at the end. So
Okay.
We do it, yeah. we
yeah,
do
I
it.
jumped.
But
I
I
jumped
do
ahead
want
of schedule.
I
a
do
little
want to
bit.
hear from the savvy investor, because I feel so lonely that I haven't heard anything about a house. I don't even think I want a house because I haven't seen you or heard from you in so long.
Well, that's so sweet. Thank you so much, Shavonna. You really know how to make a great lady feel good. So
That's
thank you so
right.
much. But today, if this little girl don't stop calling my grandson,
See, you just said you was a grandmother. You just said you was a
Um,
grandmother.
So welcome back,
thank you so much.
Crystal Lewis,
you.
our savvy investor. What you got for us today?
So today I want to talk about the art and importance of communication in real estate, because I think that a lot of times it's discounted how important communication is, and the fact that communication is actually an art. And the reason why I look at it as being an art is because if you know how to effectively communicate, you can pretty much so get anything that you want out of a situation. And so I think when you look at things from an artistic perspective, then I think it gives you the opportunity to look at it as being creation. So I think that it's very important. Now, communication is one of the most critical skills in real estate, because it directly impacts relationships, transactions, and overall success. And I'll give you some reasons why. And of course, I have my notes so that I can make sure that I'm not making any mistakes here. Now, it builds trust with the clients. So when you are effectively communicating with your client and making sure that your client is comprehending what you are telling them, because it's not just about giving out the information, it's also about making sure that your client understands the information that you're giving to them. It fosters trust. It lets them understand that you are a professional. It makes them feel that you care, because they don't have to give you their business. They can take their business elsewhere. And I think oftentimes in business, many times people tend to think that, a person owes you something, when the reality of it is that it is our pleasure to work together. It's not just yours or mine, but it's ours. And you need to understand in real estate that this is a network marketing
Yes.
business. It's a referral business, and it's a business that you have to build up your clientele. So that's very important. And it makes the client more comfortable throughout the process when you are communicating with them. It makes the negotiation of the deal a success. Real estate deals often require negotiations. A strong communicator can articulate their client's needs. How do you understand your client's needs? By making sure that your client is vulnerable enough to speak to you and feel comfortable with saying to you, I don't like this. I don't like that. I want this. I want that. So you want to make sure that your client is comfortable. That is very, very important, because once again, it's a referral business. So your client, if they don't feel comfortable, they're going to go and they're going to tell someone, he or she made me feel extremely uncomfortable in doing my business transactions with the individual. Effectively communicating it lessens misunderstandings. Real estate transactions involve contracts, financing, inspections, and communication can lead to costly mistakes if you're not communicating correctly. And unfortunately, I myself was not the one who wasn't communicating correctly, but I was in a deal, because a lot of times these are partnerships. When you're working with individuals, you're working together. And unfortunately, the deal fell apart due to lack of communication. It was a very important deal. And, when you're working as a team, that means that you have to communicate with your partner. You don't just jump out the window and say, well, we're not going to go like this, or we're not going to do it like that. No, because what happens, it destroys relationships. So it's extremely important that you prevent misunderstandings by communicating correctly. The marketing and selling of properties. When you market and sell your properties and effectively communicate that, the descriptions, the strong listing presentation, the engaging conversations with potential buyers, those are very important. A real estate agent must be able to highlight selling points clearly. How do you highlight those selling points clearly? You communicate, you speak, you read, you do your due diligence. You have to be the professional. You have to treat like when Biggie said, you have to treat every business, like every deal, like it's your first deal.
Mhm.
That's extremely important. A lot of times I think when people get savvy in things, or they get a well-established name in something, they tend to think that, they don't have to put as much effort into it. They don't have to make their client feel as secure and comfortable as they should. That's extremely important. I call my people in Philly, I call them my Philly family. And the thing that I love about the Parkers in Philadelphia is that they treat each one of their clients like it's their first client. I mean, you got any questions, anything you want to ask me? They are there to service. And that's very, very important.
What I've found in communication is most people don't listen.
That's
the
very true.
breakdown.
That's true.
They're on their own agenda and they don't listen.
That's very true. They or if they are listening, they're listening to respond instead of listening to perceive and understand what you're saying. So that's very important as well. I was trying to let someone join in on the live. Let me see here if I did this correctly.
Well, if you don't listen,
I don't think
you
they wanted to. I
can't
think it was a mistake.
meet their needs correctly.
Correct. Exactly.
You can't effectively communicate
You
if you're
can't.
not listening. Most people talk and talk and talk and don't listen.
And if anyone does want to join in on the conversation, they could give us a call at 708-223-8953.
Please feel free to call in. We're business women. So we're here to answer questions and make it make sense. If
You
you
tell
have any
them, Grandma.
questions. So that's what we're here for.
We want everyone to be heard clearly. So if you do have any questions, just give us a call, 708-223-8953. And Crystal will definitely happily answer all the questions you guys have.
And any other questions that you have for any of the beautiful ladies here, hey, listen, they're here too as well to answer all of your needs and all of your questions.
No, we're not answering questions. It's your time right now, Crystal.
And-
they call in,
and-
they talking to you.
Right. That part.
No, they can talk to them too.
And we will effectively communicate with you.
There we go. There we go. It's so important. We're all intelligent women here. That's what makes us super business women.
We are super business women.
So
here.
next, we have a couple more points here. We want to manage expectations. So whether it's setting realistic price points, explaining timelines, or preparing clients for potential obstacles, good communication helps manage expectations and it reduces frustration and stress. Because when you are working with your client and they're purchasing a home, they're renting a house, they are investing, it's their money. It's their hard-earned money. It's money that they have to pay back. So a lot of times they're very, very stressed. And when I first got involved in my transactions, I was speaking with an attorney, and I'm like, oh, this lady's flipping, she's driving me crazy. She said, Crystal, she said, it's a very stressful
It is.
transaction. It's a very stressful transaction. So once I was being the good listener that I am, and I digested that information, from that point on, I started dealing with my clients to understand that this is something that is very dear to them. It's very scary. It's very risky, because real estate is a very, very risky business. Dang, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to block you, Peter. I'm sorry. I'll fix it. So also, I didn't mean to do that.
Tell Peter to call in.
Yeah, Peter. I don't. Well, yeah, Peter. If you hear me, call in.
Peter, call in
you blocked him.
708-223-8953. She didn't mean to block him. She's trying to, work on multiple things.
Yeah,
But we don't want Peter to feel no type of way.
Never.
So-
I don't ever want for anyone to feel any type of way when they're engaging with me, because guess what? You could be a potential client.
Well, I like the way he brought it to her attention. She was able to effectively communicate with him in regards to it, and problem solved.
There we go. So now we're going to talk about collaboration with industry professionals. Communication is very important when you're collaborating with your industry professionals. One of my industry professionals right here is the beautiful Char Lewis over here. She herself.
Hey, guys.
She is a loan officer. She does loans. So if my communication isn't going well with her inside of the business, then who are we failing? The client. And the client is the most important, person that we're dealing with in this time. So, it's very important, because it in that business, as I just mentioned, it involves real estate, other lenders, inspectors, appraisers, attorneys, and contractors. Strong communication ensures a smooth process and keeps everything moving forward efficiently. And you want to make sure that when you're doing this business, that you are moving. Go above and beyond. That's what I do. I go above and beyond for my clients. If you need me to go and do something, I'm going to do it. If you need me to answer my phone at whatever time of the evening, as long as it's not too crazy, I'm going to answer it. And then if I can't answer it, then I'm going to answer it the next morning. Because I hear a lot of people say that, a lot of these real estate agents, they're not answering their phones. Huh? Really? That's crazy. Unless you can show a proof of funds where you don't have to work anymore, you need to pick up that phone and treat that client with respect. It's so important. Also, you want to make sure that you are educating your clients. Many clients, especially first-time buyers and investors, they're looking for you to be the professional. They're looking for you, even if they have been doing this business for a while, they might just be picking you to see how well you're going to be. So you want to make sure that you're treating each one of those clients with a level of expertise at all times. A real estate professional should be able to clearly explain market conditions, financing options, and investment strategies. And if you are falling short in any of those areas, you also need to be able to find out how to get this information. So you cannot feel intimidated to say, hey, listen, Char, I'm a little lost right here. Can you help me figure this out? Or do you mind speaking to this client for me? You have to put your pride in your pocket sometimes, because you're trying to get to your bag, and you're also trying to build up your book of business. So that's extremely important.
It's about the emotional intelligence too, because if you're worried about pride in your business, in your bag, then you failed already. It's about collaboration and growing. It's not about pride. It's not about, and you're going to have people with different personalities. Some people are needier than others. I've come to realize that, and you have to develop the patience of Job and the understanding of God in order to facilitate the deal with them.
Period.
She said, period.
So also, like I said, I'm about done with those responses there. As I mentioned, it's an art to communicating. People who are very successful, they know when to roll them, they know when to fold them. They know when they're walking inside of rooms where they're billionaires, where they're millionaires, and they know that they have to be quiet and listen, because oftentimes those who are already at the head of the game, they are there to give you information. But if you talk like you know so much, and you're not going to be able to receive anything. So you're a student quite often when you're in environments where it's a hierarchy. And if you're not a student, pretend like you're a student.
It's funny you said student. One of my very, very good friends, somebody who I respect immensely, AC, said that just because you graduate from college, you graduate, with your post degree, you should always be a student of life, a student of people. You should always have the pursuit of learning. You should always be a student.
Always be a student. Always.
Be ready to learn.
And for one, the laws are always changing inside of something. So if you're not open to knowing anything or learning anything, then you're going to be lost in the sauce behind that.
Even in the industry that you've been doing, this industry has changed so much in the last 30 years. So many things have happened. So many different guidelines, so many different regulations and rules. It's changed tremendously. So you're constantly a student.
Constantly a student. And also I found out that my vitamin D was like at an all-time low. So I said, well, why do I need to take my vitamin D? And so they said, because not only does it help with bones, it helps with mental clarity and memory.
Mental clarity, memory, it helps with energy.
I didn't know that.
It helps fight off cancer and other
I had no idea.
diseases.
And they got me taking 50,000 milligrams once a week.
So
I think
was
that's
getting
a lot.
Yeah, it's okay. I was getting a shot.
Oh,
Mine
okay.
was so low once upon a time that I had to get a shot, and I was consuming the capsules. So,
And when they told me that, then I said, well, wow, because a lot of times people, I talk to people, they're like, no, I told you this. I'm like, no, you didn't. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's the reason why. Because I was getting ready to say something and I forgot what I was getting ready to say. So I had to blame it on my vitamin D.
so I got a couple
low
in my
level.
purse. I keep them. I got a couple in my
Okay.
purse. I take them every day.
Okay. Yeah, because mine is once a week. It's like, I was like, Dad, for once a week,
No,
this stuff is strong.
So in the wintertime, I take 2 tablets every day. In the summertime, I take 1. So I always take vitamin D.
Yeah, I'm glad that I know that, because I want to be as mentally clear as possible.
Girl, it's the energy for me.
And you need energy in order to be clear also. So, yeah, pretty much. So that was what I wanted to talk about today, how important it is to make sure that you're communicating effectively and looking at it as an art. If you look at it as an art, and you clear your energy before you have your conversations, take deep breaths, don't be so quick to jump and say something, but, give yourself time to digest it. And then hiring a realtor to help you get your business done as an investor, or even to, sell it, the traditional way. It's extremely important, because those contracts and those paperworks, not only do they protect you, they protect the client, they protect the buyer, they protect the seller, they protect all individuals involved. So, I was just going over a contract, and I was like, oh my God, like I didn't, check this off right here. And then when I looked at the contract, I said, well, it said, if this is blank, then this is what the fee is. So, it covers all bases, and it the contracts cover bases that are fair.
Well, speaking of fees in the industry, that changed last year.
Okay, well, tell us about it.
The fees, the way that you can charge.
Oh,
the
yeah.
fees.
I'm thinking you're talking about something else.
No,
Yes.
no. So just even something is, well, that's not minute, but something like that change. You're constantly learning. So you have to reinvent yourself.
Yes, you are, and you also have to understand that, you do have a fiduciary, right to, whereas if you have to not only accommodate your client, but you have to be truthful and honest with the buyer or the seller on the other end. So a lot of times we want to just concern ourselves with the client and figure out how we can get the most out of the situation for us in the end. Not me, of course not. I'm not a greedy person, not one single bit. I want everyone to win, and money comes to me easily and freely. I am a money magnet. So you have to look at it from that
All the
perspective.
time.
But when you understand that, then you understand how important it is to not only make sure that you're taking care of your client, but you're also taking care of the seller or the buyer on the other end as well, because that's important. Because once again, this is a referral business. And, also another thing is that you don't have to feel locked down to your particular state. Right now, we have what's called the World Wide Web, the internet, and you can reach out and you can touch anybody. Because for me, a lot of times I feel like, which is nothing personal, it's all good in the neighborhood. But oftentimes I feel like, I might not get the support of my warm market. And that's fine, because if you don't want to do business with me, I don't want to do business with you. So what I do is I go outside of my network and I grasp and I say, listen, I got the World Wide Web at my fingertips. I'm an investor. I'm into investing in real estate as well as a realtor. So I can go to different states, make different connections. I can bring them back to Chicago. And realistically, the ones who do very, very well in real estate, they go outside of their warm market. They deal outside of
everyone. I mean, your warm market's that's normally not what makes you successful in business.
I know, unfortunately, but I know a lot of people that do have their connections and they do deal with their people and stuff like that.
Yeah, but if you're waiting on your warm market,
that's what I'm saying.
It never is. You'll have some support, but your warm market will not propel you to the next level.
Unfortunately.
Well, it happens.
That's a lot of great information, though. And I think a lot of those communication points that you give, that's all around in business.
Oh, it is. It is.
Absolutely.
As an entrepreneur, as a business person, it's all around in business. It's not just, of course, I'm going to tailor it to my business, but if you want to be successful in anything, you need to learn how to
communicate. Talk.
Sadly, we to step outside of your warm market. I was reading the other day that realtors never sold a property in 2024. Sad. You have to expand yourself.
And so for those interested in some real estate and investing, Crystal, let everyone know all your contact information.
Of course. So you can reach me at info at I'm getting these text messages.
Girl.
I'm sorry. At info at powercircleinvestments.com. That's info at powercircleinvestments.com. You can find me there. You can email me. I can answer any of your questions. And you can also give me a call at 312-877-6687. And if you go to my website, powercircleinvestments.com, you can also find out what I got going on, and you can pick up my ebook. My ebook is called Profit by Design. And the reason why it's called Profit by Design is because you want to make sure that you are designing your profits to make sense. My book covers every single aspect of investing in real estate, staging the home, wholesaling, rentals, everything. It's a book. It's an ebook. You can download it. You can find it on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook with the book. Pick it up. You'll love it.
I think I need that book.
It's a great book.
Everybody needs that book. That sounds great.
It is. It's great.
And it's free.com.
There it is. There it is.
Wait, it's free?
It's free.
What? You didn't say that.
I didn't say. I'm sorry.
You did. She said it's a free ebook.
Yeah, it's a free ebook.
I missed that.
Yeah, now
I was ready to pay.
Yeah. Now you can get now of course, you can. I have a hard copy of the book. The hard copy is $20. But the ebook, you can put it in your hands. And the best thing about the ebook is that if you want to, it'll read to you, because we got the reader where we can make it read out loud to us. So
I want to sit and read myself.
Yeah,
that's great.
I want people to understand real estate is one of the keys to being successful and having financial freedom in America.
And I have a sneaky suspicion that they're going to relax some of the guidelines so it'll be easier, which would probably land us back in a difficult place later. But I think a sneaky suspicion that it's going to get easier. The guidelines are going to open up.
We got to roll with.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm nervous.
That's good for those who looking to invest. It's just, just a hunch that I feel.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. I'm done, guys.
She said that's it.
That's it.
I'm done, guys.
I don't know.
I want a hard copy because I want it autographed.
Okay. I'll bring it next Saturday.
And there
Thank
you
so
go.
much.
And I think a lot of people like the option of having it in your hand too. So
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Especially us old school people.
I
Like,
wanna
think
read
my
it. I wanna put
kids
my-
are like ebook. They don't want to take up the space.
I want to highlight.
Yeah,
want to come
I
back,
do.
put my tabs
stickers
in
in
it.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
And you
do.
can just taking it around with you or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's and it's a really, really, really good book. It's really, really informational. You know, I made sure I had some really good people help me write the book, so it's really good.
And I just can't wait till mine is autographed.
Awesome sauce.
So it's Shar. We have some upcoming classes.
I do. I have a class March 22nd, but that's a private class. And I have a class March 29th, and that would be the 30th.
Hold on a second. A private class.
So, yeah. So, if you want to book a private class, I did bikinis and bullets before
Ooh-wee.
on the beach. The classroom portion can be anywhere as long as you have the ability to take notes and, do that kind of things. So people get creative. They do things for their birthday. I did one on like the penthouse, which was pretty dope. I did a class, boats and bikinis. I did a class on my boat before. So that was pretty dope. So you can do it. You can do your class. If you want to host a class with 5 people or more, you can have it anywhere you want. The classroom portion. The range portion has to be, of course, at a range. So yeah. So it's a private class.
Can't do that one on the boat, guys.
Oh, I had so much. I had to have someone else drive the boat, but that was so dope to learn on the boat. I got pictures. I'm gonna post them again. I'm gonna repost
That's
them
what's up.
So you offer private classes. So that's great. So
where I come to you.
that's amazing. And then you do have some upcoming public. Are they public?
Yes, the March 29th and March 30th are public classes, so they can come to my office. So it's stationary at my office during that time. But the one on the 22nd they're renting out a whole like venue for it. I go to churches. It just all depends.
That's awesome.
Because I was at I forgot the name of their church, the Barretts. I was there doing a conceal and carry class some months back. Because we had Keisha here with the domestic violence.
Right.
Yeah,
That's who I was talking about earlier. I was like, there was somebody that
Keisha.
does, yes, Keisha Barrett. Okay.
Yes. So I did a conceal and carry class at their church. I think like September, October, if I remember right. Yes.
That's awesome. So where can we get all that information from?
So you can contact me at 844-426-6232. So that's 844-426-6232. I was going to spell it out because it's something. It's like 844-2-conceal or something like that. My email is thecharlewis@gmail.com. You can find me on all social media platforms under The Char Lewis, or you can just go to our business page, which is JBL Training Academy. John Boyd Larry, the word training and academy. You can, go there and shoot me a message or give me a call. My personal business cell is 312-937-6227.
Well, it's me, and I am on all social media platforms.
It's me. Hi,
Right,
me.
It's me. Like, duh. Who's gonna give you all your financial information? Duh. If I was communicating accurately, so they should still be listening, right, Crystal?
Yes, correctly.
Okay.
They should.
Well, I don't know. When you said me, I don't know if that was the correct. It's like me. Which one of the me's is it?
Today is
The
number
me,
2.
me, me, me.
Yeah, that one. I'm on all social media platforms under Anointed Accounting. Hey, Patricia. Hey, the beautiful Bam. I can be reached at 312-837-7219. You can also go to my website at www.anointedaccountng.com. And you can also reach me at, again, 312-837-7219.
And we have a website, right? TheSuperBusinesswomen.com.
www.superbusinesswomen.com.
So you can go to that page. And if you're interested in coming on the show, reaching out to us, you have a special message. It's info.
Email.
You can email us at
at superbusinesswomen.com.
email at superbusinesswomen.com.
It wouldn't let us do that for some reason, but
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's
so
email
at
The word email.
Yes,
Yeah.
the word email at superbusinesswomen.com to go ahead and book your interview, or if you want some more information or to get in touch with us,
So it's not, I'm not saying email the super business women. I'm saying it's the word email at superbusinesswomen.com.
And the website will be up soon. Very soon, very soon, very soon. Really excited about that. And it is your girl, CEO Lexi, all things couture. You can find me on Facebook at Alexis Arce, all social medias at CEO Lexi Couture or www.couturemusicmgmt.com. Do want to remind you, next Saturday, we do have international recording artist Taco joining us, life coach and credit expert and licensed life insurance agent Zadri Pickens will be joining us. And next Friday, February 28th, 8 p.m., Taco, who will be joining us next Saturday, actually has an event at Reggie's. Is dedicated to Mama Concert, 2105 South State in Chicago. Tickets are available at tacomusicofficial.com. We do want to thank you for tuning into the Super Businesswoman Show here on Intellectual Radio. We will see you next Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m.
Bye, y'all.
See you guys.
Love y'all.
Do ya? Do ya? Do ya? Do you think of me? Do ya? Do ya? Do ya? Do ya? Do you think of me? Do you think of me when you hear